What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of All Things Super. I am one of your hosts, Spider, and I am joined once again by Mr. VIP, Frankie Washington. How are you doing today, sir?
I am infinitely awesome. Let's just go ahead and get to it. There's no denying it. You can't second guess it. All you can do is appreciate it. And if you don't feel like you're infinitely awesome as well, then you should change that. You should be infinitely awesome with us. Us. All things super. Like, be infinitely awesome with us. Because you clicked on it. So clearly you wanted the infinitely awesome experience.
I feel like there are no other words to be said.
Well, there you go.
All right, so we'll see you all next time, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye. How are you, sir?
I am doing wonderful. I am fantastic. I am happy to be back, getting ready to record another episode of All Things Super. If you don't know what this is,
your favorite show. This is your favorite. This is the one you clicked on, so you gotta like it at least.
And at least a little bit, something.
Well, if it's your first time, welcome. What have you clicked on to?
You'll find out in a minute. But this is All Things Super, where every week we take a piece of superpowered movie, TV show, even trailers. We watch them, we react to them, we break them down, and we review them, and we ask the question, is it super?
Is it?
Is it?
Is it super?
Is it?
Oh,
we'll find out. But if you like that, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell so you can be notified when we have new episodes that come out. If you want the audio version of the podcast, just search for All Things Super on your favorite podcast streaming platform. And if you want to join in on the conversation, just tweet at us at ATSuperPod.
And we like reading comments, so leave a comment.
Leave a comment because we like reading the comments.
There you go. We actually know all the letters too. Just in case y'all was thinking that we do.
All the letters, as in
the alphabet.
Which alphabet?
The one that they leave, because I got Google Translate, so I'm using my tools.
Use the tools that have been provided for you.
There you go. And if it's wrong, we can blame Google. There you go. That's not what I meant. I meant I love the show.
Oh, but we are here because we are going to be reacting to the trailer, the teaser trailer that has come out for one of 20th Century Studios' newest films called The Creator, starring John David Washington.
Denzel's son. Wait, he doesn't. That man worked hard to separate himself to be his own man and actor, and he's Denzel's son.
I mean, but can you ever get away from that?
No, because he's Denzel's son.
Yeah, but I mean, not just for him, but for any child of any prominent actor.
Well, I understand they want to make a name for themselves. Yeah. I can respect that for their own merit. You don't want to, lean towards the nepotism too hard. I'll take advantage.
That's why you have a lot of actors and actresses change their names because they don't want to lean on their family's merit. Nicolas Cage did it. Nicolas Cage's real name is Nicholas Coppola. He did not want to be associated with the famous family of Coppolas. Not that he didn't want to be associated with it. Like you said, he didn't want the Coppola name to carry him throughout his career. So he wanted to kind of make his own name. And he has made his own name. Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage, right?
It's no.
You telling me Nicolas Cage doesn't have a Johnny in this cage?
I would imagine not, because nobody else in this family is named Cage. Everybody else is named Coppola. He's the only Cage.
Yeah, somewhere along the line in some universe, I feel like there's a Johnny Cage that's related to Nicolas Cage, and they're looking for Johnny Blaze.
Not to be confused with Donnie Blaze.
No, not Donnie. We don't talk about Donnie.
But, Kate Hudson didn't take her family's name. There's a lot of actors and actresses out there that have created their own sort of personas to not be a part of their family name. Charlie Sheen and Martin Sheen, they didn't want to take on the Estevez name. But it's funny because Emilio Estevez kept his name.
And all those names stand out as individuals.
Right.
And a collective. He is Denzel's son, but he has carved his own lane and made his own name, taking on many different projects. And when this one came across our pipeline, I was thinking, this may be the one for him if he chooses it.
Has he had a solo lead movie? Yeah,
Tenet.
that's why I said solo, because wasn't he a co-lead with
No, I think
Robert
that's a
Pattinson?
John. I think there was a John David movie, and Robert Pattinson was in it.
Okay.
We were set up to follow John David's story through time to see that he's living in a paradox that somehow he's reversing. I did not spoil anything for Tenet for you. Trust me, that movie is so layered. You need to watch it if you're gonna watch it. But Tenet, yeah, he was in Tenet, and plus, hey, listen, when JD was on HBO's Ballers, working next to The Rock,
hmm
he stood out on that show.
Okay.
He is a phenomenal actor, and
Yeah, I've
if
never
he
watched
doesn't
Ballers.
have if he doesn't have a strong portfolio of movies that you feel as though he uh starred in, then this is going to be a pleasure to see his portfolio come together, because he has this slick way of line delivery,
Mm.
and it's his signature thing now at this point in time. So I'm excited to see what he can do.
I just found out that he used to play football. He played college football at Morehouse, and he was signed with the St. Louis Rams as an undrafted free agent in 2006.
Yeah, they were actually talking about Denzel was talking about his son in the interview, saying that they wanted to give him a scholarship because he was so good, and his father was like, "That's okay, let them give that to somebody else that's less fortunate than you. We got the
Like
tuition, man.
we can pay the tuition.
We got it. It's okay." And I thought that was one of the greatest things ever, because it's one, it gives somebody who did not have the opportunity a chance to go off their own merits,
hmm
and then you still get John David in there as well, because again, Denzel said he got it. He ain't even touched that Malcolm X money. He haven't even got to that yet. He's still on the devil in the blue dress money. You know, that two guns money just sitting over in the safe, you know. Training day money just still growing. I'm just telling you what I know.
Training day money ain't never gonna stop.
Oh no. Oh no. King Kong ain't all right. So, it's hard to come from under a shadow like that. It's a wide shadow. Denzel's a phenomenal actor. But
Yeah.
again, I think it's the same thing like Ice Cube's son.
O'Shea
They
Jackson.
carve, yeah, O'Shea. They carve their own lane and stand on their own merits.
Yeah.
But he killed it in an NWA movie.
I mean,
Like what?
who can play Ice Cube better than his own son?
I was like, where they got this light skinned Ice Cube from? What is? How did Ice Cube do something? That dude looks just like Ice Cube. I got something to say. I was like, that's shut up and take my money. Let's go. I lived it.
But I mean, he's gone on to like just show it's like it's so funny about having O'Shea Jackson just sort of pop up in places. Like he popped up in Obi-Wan, or Kenobi was the name of the show. He popped up in Kenobi. It's like nobody
Yeah,
expected
he
that.
did. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to find your niche. You got to find your target audience, your fan base, and like we were talking about before the show, I think this may be it. If it's not it, compared to Tenet, to this may be something, this might be his lane.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I don't know.
He might be the new sci-fi
I
actor for our generation.
I heard about this. I didn't really see it, so we're reacting to it. So let's go.
All right, well, let's take a look at the trailer for The Creator.
What's heaven?
It's a peaceful place in the sky.
Are you going to heaven?
No.
Whoa.
Why not?
You gotta be a good person to go to heaven.
And he's saying he's not a good person, kid.
Artificial intelligence created to protect us detonated a nuclear warhead in Los
Nice
Angeles.
design.
Of course, it's AI.
For as long as
Okay.
AI is a threat,
Oh, wow.
we will never stop hunting them. This is a fight for our very existence.
Whatever's in there, they're sure worried about
So
someone
it's a
getting in.
Terminator Skynet type thing.
Good now.
They gonna blow the door. Oh, it opened. What happened to the rest of his
I'm about to say,
team?
why he gotta go in there by himself?
Are you watching anime?
Same. We can't go to heaven. Because you're not good.
Oh, it's the kid from the train.
And I'm not a person.
Jesus.
Did you locate the weapon?
Yeah, it's a kid. Seatbelts.
What do you want with the child?
We are this
Oh,
close
wow.
to winning the war. Execute her, or we go extinct.
They're coming to get me.
Whoa.
Wow.
John David. Yo. Yo. Hey, you remember when we watched Up and Down Strike, Last Strike, Around the Corner, Yesterday's Strike with Jackie Chan and uh John Cena?
Hidden Strike.
Whatever. So we came to the conclusion that the person that shot that trailer was probably somebody's little cousin that they needed to do
I mean, I don't
some
think it was a
work.
conclusion, but it was definitely an assumption.
Yeah, it's definitely. That's not the same person that cut this trailer.
Clearly not.
It's not even the same production company. But the point of what I'm saying is there's a stark difference between those two trailers. And that's it. This trailer is it got me involved. It got me, invested. It's like what's going on? We got AI in a form of this kid,
Mm-hmm.
and clearly by the story that's being told, he's not agreeing with killing the kid. I don't
Yeah.
care if it's not real or not. It looked like a real kid. Whoever's doing the CGI did a decent job. And he's just not cool with it. And of course, that makes him the most wanted guy for trying to protect this kid.
Because apparently this kid
What's-
is the secret to this whole AI system.
I'm getting the golden child. I'm getting
I'm getting a like reverse Terminator. Like instead of the machine protecting the human, now you have the human protecting the machine.
yeah. Just these same robots, the one that's ringing the bell was the same one that they were using to punch that guy in the face. So at some point in time, are these just models that anybody can use, or did something happen and the programming got changed? There's some questions, Spider. Oh, what I like it. I like what's going on here. I'm a huge fan of this genre.
I mean, it's seeming like in the sort of capacity where we saw with iRobot, where they had the different models of the robots, like the Sunny model that came out. Everybody had a different robot, but it was all still the same model number, so they all still look the same. So I'm thinking that as
Sonny
far
just had two
as
brains.
yeah, but I'm thinking as far as the model of the robot for these AI generated beings is that, you know, like you have these where they're fighting. So I guess it's just different models and different periods of time. Just like you have different versions
Right.
of like iPhones or Samsung phones. Like you can still have one that's in use when you have a new model that come out. So there's a variety of them just kind of roaming around. And I guess they all have different purposes. Some of them you have them as citizens of a village or a town. So it seemed like the one that was ringing the bell was just, you know, not necessarily some kind of fighter, but just somebody that was living in
Do
that
you think that it
establishment.
could be switched over with a switch?
I
Kind of like
can't see
in
why not.
iRobot, that's what the thing was. The signal was turned on, their blue lights turned red,
Hmm.
and just kind of took over the city.
Yeah, I can't see
Do you
why it
think
wouldn't.
this? Do you think this kid can control that?
Um, I don't
Because
think that.
clearly he has some Wi-Fi in him.
I don't think that I think the kid's capacity is that may be the first. I don't know, like maybe the first born AI. Like I maybe like everybody else has been like converted to robot. Like I forget the actor's name right there. But he was in Inception.
Yeah, he was.
I'll pull up his name.
Only here on All Things Super, we do
Ken
things like
Watanabe.
this. I'm glad you said it.
So like if he may have been like a human that has been enhanced with robotic augmentations, whereas the child was like born, created like specifically through AI. Like the AI created a human robot hybrid rather than having a person being augmented by robotics. And
Or
that child is like the beginning stages of them creating a new race and eventually taking over the planet. And so that's why the humans want to destroy that child so they don't have, you know, that technology to build off of.
or this kid's gonna judge humanity and from what's going on, because I think he might have the Wi-Fi linked on all these robots. You piss off this kid, you basically started an apocalypse of a global scale.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know about it either. Spider is pure speculation, baby. We're just throwing it out there. But I'm saying the trailer looks good. The trailer looks real nice. I'm
Mm-hmm.
wondering what happened to his team why he entered that area by himself to see that there was a kid watching anime. And this kid could have easily got up and walked. I think he, she, or they, because I'm not sure if it's a boy, girl, or do you want to say entity,
I think they referred to her
opened
as
the
she.
door. It could be a she. I don't. I'm not gonna do that, Spider. I'm not about to presume.
I'm going off of the I'm going off of the captions in the
AI.
I'm going off of the captions in the trailer.
Don't start that stuff, Spider.
In
Don't
the
do that. They'll be in the
captions.
comment section saying, you know, Spider's over here gender labeling.
It said right
androids.
there, execute her or we go extinct. I'm going off of the pronouns in the trailer.
That could have been a whole different program. We don't know what's going on in this trailer. This is a teaser. But it's good enough to make me interested. John David Washington, Denzel's kid. He's over here in the future saving humanity by making it go extinct because clearly he's not going to kill his kid. So when you have conflicts like that, doesn't that make a better movie though? Isn't that what Captain America said? We don't trade lives, right? We're supposed to kill Vision so Thanos couldn't get the stone and destroy the stone.
Mm-hmm.
We don't trade lives.
Until
so,
it's the last resort.
Well, Thanos clearly wasn't about to be denied. So this is a whole lot of people. When they said they're coming for me, explosions happened. Mm-hmm. Like people are gonna die.
No, clearly, no, absolutely. Clearly, this child is very important to this AI revolution of this AI, you know, force. and they're doing whatever it is that they need to do to get the child back.
One man.
It seems like it. One
he
man
had
who had a
he had a
team. The
team.
team is gone.
But they didn't say what happened to the team. Like, did the kid kill a team?
No,
Like,
the kid didn't do
it's
anything.
like you go. We're going back.
I don't know. Well,
Like,
I'm
that's an interesting
I'm
part. I'd like to
sure.
know what happened to the team.
I'm sure once we get the movie, we'll figure out exactly what happened to where the team didn't
I
go
heard
in
a
with them.
disturbance over here. Everybody, come with me. You, new guy.
I mean, The Rock did it at the end of Fast 10. They were clearing the building, and The Rock went off on his own.
Yeah, that didn't make sense then either. But the way he crushed that candy foam, you some bitch. What you think, Spider? John David got one in the can?
I mean, I don't, because I haven't watched too many of his movies to say, you know, whether or not this will be a success. I mean, like we've seen all of the parts of the story, it looks to be something that's very interesting. Going from this
you hold him
aspect
in
of,
reserve. Okay.
what do you mean I'm holding reserve? I can't say whether it's going to be a good movie if I haven't seen it.
This is just a speculation reaction trailer.
Yeah, and I'm speculating that it looks interesting. It looks like they have a lot of emotion to go into this story, a lot of conflict as to, you know, do we extinguish something, you know, just because it'll be beneficial to our survival as a human race, or do we consider all life to be sacred? Where
Clearly, this is sentient life.
Right.
This is not X's and O's, ones and zeros. But if you're asking about heaven, that's not a computer generated type of question. You see what I'm saying? They're like they putting that human aspect and element on it.
And it's still, but the child is still cognizant enough to know, say that, well, neither one of us will go to heaven because you're not a good person and I'm not a person. So they know that they're not human. And so what level of sentience do we get into? Because we've seen other films where these artificially created organisms have this conflict, like, I'm alive but I'm not human, so what am I? And like, I have memories, I have dreams, you know, I have a conscience, I have, you know, emotions, but I'm still not a human. You know, do I have a soul? So they have all of these existential questions, and it seems like we may dive into some of that in this movie.
They also have the idea that, you know what, y'all kind of screwed up the earth long enough. Let me just go ahead and remove y'all from the face of the planet, and I could just have the quiet time to figure it out myself.
I think that, you know, not that the AI in control are looking to extinguish humans, but I think that they definitely have them corralled in like a certain place, because they need to sort of like keep an eye on them, because if you, excuse me, they'll probably feel like if humans go unchecked, they'll lead to the destruction of the world. So we need to keep them sequestered from the rest of the world. It looks like they have them in these basically makeshift towns, you know, and they don't let them have access to like technology. Like, it does not look like they are part of an advanced civilization anymore.
I'm interested in seeing what's going on here. Is this, could we be possibly looking at the new Matrix in a different version?
I mean,
I'm only saying that because we're in the world of sci-fi. The Matrix is one of the most known sci-fi elements in movie history at this point.
I think that it's not necessarily like the Matrix, because the Matrix dealt with us being inside of a simulation. I don't think this is going to take the idea of as this is all a simulation. This is a post-apocalyptic world. Not even necessarily post-apocalyptic, but this is a post, you know, advanced futuristic world where, I mean, I guess it could be considered apocalyptic if AI is taking over.
Because
and
if they drop them bombs and we're looking at the survival of what happened afterwards.
Yeah. So I would say that's what I was saying. This is more like a Terminator Skynet type thing. Like the humans want to prevent the robots from taking over, and they find that the central core, the main, I guess, data housing of this technology is probably all collectively held within this child for whatever reason, because maybe the
Mhm.
AI has figured that humans won't kill a child, so this is the way that we protect our technology.
Ain't no way he don't have Wi-Fi capabilities. I'm
You
looking at a
keep going back
Bluetooth
to fucking Wi-Fi.
because I'm sure you got Bluetooth capabilities. I
I
just
don't
want
think
to
that
try
the
to.
child is controlling anything.
I just want to charge my phone. That's all I'm really asking for.
It
If you
sounds
have that
very insensitive.
wireless charging port.
You don't want to
Um,
misgender the child, but you want to use it as a charger for your phone.
I feel like judgment is coming all
I'm
over
just
me on
I'm just saying.
that.
These are your own
If
words.
we are out and about,
These are your own words.
having your phone being able to hold a charge
I think
is a
a dead phone
awesome.
in this universe will be the least of your worries.
If they're doing explosions next door, I
Exactly.
guess so.
The last thing you're gonna be worried about is your phone on 2%.
Trying to watch Netflix, and I'm trying to see.
While you running for your life,
I'm
about to
trying to
get
see if this is
rolled over by
cake.
a tank. My
You
God.
don't know that Netflix show? This
Oh,
is
I am
cake.
very well aware of the show.
It's because your phone is charged.
I don't watch Netflix on my phone.
Well, that's an inconvenience. It's
Look,
portable. You
I'm
can
not.
take it with you.
Listen, I do enough in my daily life to where I don't need to try to squint on my phone screen to watch Netflix.
Oh, okay. iPhone user.
It's not even about the iPhone. It's
Yeah,
about.
Samsung got a new phone. You can flip it like 3 ways, and it opens up to like a little tablet. It's almost having a movie screen in your pocket.
I mean, I don't go anywhere to where I'm sitting idle long enough to just sit and watch Netflix.
What about toilet time?
No, I'm not about to sit and watch a Netflix show while I'm on the toilet. No,
You don't like your legs to go to sleep, legs go numb.
no,
You stand up, you fall down because the legs are dead.
absolutely not.
Oh, I thought that's what happens. Okay. The creator starring John David Washington. Denzel son. I think this is gonna be a hot one, man. I think this is one we might talk about.
I mean, possibly,
Bad or good.
possibly. I mean, because and not to say that this movie is going to be bad. Like I said, this movie looks very interesting, and it looks like it has a very interesting take on,
Yeah.
especially this sudden sort of AI craze that's been going on recently, where you got these different chat GPTs to create AI messages and all this different AI created art. We've seen that Secret Invasion use AI art in its uh introduction
Intro.
credits, and it's just there's so many conversations about whether AI is ethical,
Skynet is.
if it's
Oh,
stealing, are we feeding into this machine to, because I mean Boston Dynamics has already created different types of robotic entities, like little four
so innovative.
quadrupedal
Mm,
robots, bipedal robots, and
mm.
they have adapted this type of learning software to where these robots
Can
can
open doors.
not only open doors, but if you try to knock them over, they correct themselves without falling. If they're trying to, like, I've seen one of the robots kind of doing like this obstacle course, and it learns every time it fails one of the obstacles, it learns, okay, well, I know not to do that next time, so
Excuse me.
eventually it completes the whole obstacle course. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not outside of the realm of possibility to have, at one point, maybe you take the adaptive muscle memory of these robots created by Boston Dynamics, and you take the learning that these things like these AI art programs or Chat GPT, to where you could say, you type into the application, type me a resignation letter, and you include specific details about how long you've been working, what your job title is, all that other kind of stuff, and then we'll type you up a professionally worded resignation letter. And
This is
so
true.
You combine
But
all
I,
of
I
these
don't I don't
things.
want it to be a resignation from life though. I'm not trying to resign from
And
living.
I mean, it can go into that direction because it said that I'm trying to remember, and I know I'm going to get the details wrong, but there was an
Nothing on
AI
numbers.
program that
Uh-huh.
was, I think, tasked in creating a social media post or creating a social media app or something like that, and it basically was scrubbing like all of the social media posts from Twitter, and so
Okay.
it got all that information, and the message that it came up with, it was either Twitter, Reddit, or it was some type of internet message board that it was getting all of its data from. And
Okay.
the message that the AI spit out was just like horrifically racist, homophobic, like just like all kind of just
Well,
nasty
a majority
type
of the
messages.
internet is that from trolling and people that just
Well,
want reactions
and
and then
I'll say it's not a
true authentic
majority
racism.
of the internet, but I will say it's a majority of the people that post.
There you go.
It's because people, if I look at my social media and look at the people that I have on my friends list, I'll see like if I'm friends with 600 people, right? I would say about maybe a good 30 to 50 of those people I see posts, from them on a daily basis because that's just how much they post. And
Okay.
whereas the other, 550 plus people, they are just on social media just to scroll and observe. So
Hmm.
you take those numbers and you magnify them or amplify them by however many billions of people you have on any given social media site. A very small
Hmm.
percentage of those people are the ones who are the racist, homophobic, xenophobic, and, just spitting out all of this vile,
Hmm.
messages. But
But
those
they
are the
post.
ones that are posting the most.
Hmm.
Whereas most other people will either see something and they may share a post or they may see something, they may comment on it. But for the most part, they're not contributing to the app, they're just consuming the information that they receive from it.
But here's the thing, Spider, when you post something negative, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that you were just posting something negative for a reaction.
Yeah,
Then you get a reaction.
you get the
Then you
engagement.
feel engaged you feel compelled to engage with the reaction that they gave you. Shut up, or you don't know this, or that, you don't know there been the places I've been. And just now you got a little something in the comment section that's going on, and then someone comes along a line, and I'm just here for the comments because that's what
Right.
they're reading the
They're just
comments,
there
and
to
it's
vent.
like just this nonsense is crazy. But now you have 15 minutes of fame, but you're just a negative troller.
And
But it
because
worked before, so now you got to keep doing it. Now you're spiraling, and you're just a negative Nancy of the internet.
the algorithms will reward that, because algorithms will push up content that gets engaged with. It's saying that, oh, I see that a lot of people are commenting on this post, so that must mean that it is something that is engaging. So we're going to push that up to the top of the timeline so more people can see it. The more people that engage with it, the more people will see it. The more people that see it, the more people that engage with it if it's something that's sort of controversial. And so
Cuts.
that's the troll mentality. I'm going to say something that I know is going to get a rise out of people, so that way my post can be seen. I know if my post gets seen, then my page gets seen. My page gets seen, I get more views, more clicks on everything else that I do. And then if you're part of some type of creative fund for that application, then you can turn that into money. So you have
You
a
know
lot
who
of these.
started that, right?
I have no idea.
Paparazzi. Yeah, before right when the internet was popping off, they were showing celebrities, and they had paparazzis would say outlandish things to the celebrities, personal stuff, to try to get them to react and turn around so they could catch you out of character and light. Like what?
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of transitioned on over to the internet
Yeah.
because again, that the you say something outrageous, like who are you, how dare you, why would you say this, and then like you just said, the narrative get picked up. Now thumbnails and
but we can
hashtags and bad
but
headlines make you want to click.
can we blame the paparazzis for being that way, or do we blame the media consuming public for giving them that power?
I have no
Because
idea why negativity shows.
I mean, you think about it, is that had, let's just say for example, TMZ, had TMZ not become as popular as it had because, oh, you know, we got this scandal about this particular, you know, celebrity, oh, this celebrity was seen doing this celebrity was seen doing that, had people not tuned in to stuff like that. And um who's his name, like Paris something, the
Oh
internet
yeah, I know that guy.
celebrity
I
blogger.
know that person.
But you know, and they would, no, it was Perez Hilton. That's what it was. Perez Hilton.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they post about stuff, and it was a lot of the times not necessarily inaccurate information, but it was definitely exaggerated information. And then of course they would give their opinions on, you know, what was going on, and a lot of stuff that they said was controversial. And because of that, then you have, whether it was the people who supported them in what they were saying, or the people that wanted to defend the celebrities that they were saying it about, they were getting that engagement. They were getting a rise out of people. And so you turn that into stardom. Like, you are now
Mm-hmm.
famous for being a
Yeah.
gossip.
Isn't
And
Perez Hilton was working with right? Entertainment
yeah,
television
yeah, for a
for
long
some
while. I
time.
think,
Right.
until they got canceled for something, and then I don't know. I don't think they're working in a
Yeah.
professional capacity anymore.
It's only a matter of time for we all get canceled.
I
But
mean,
just me.
who knows? But
I don't know.
I think it was the public's fascination with this intimate peek into celebrities' lives that
Mm-hmm.
fueled the paparazzi for what it was that they were doing. And you know, then this dates all the way back to the 90s, and we see that, you know, that was a big, you know, a big proponent in what happened with Princess Diana, you know, being chased by paparazzi. This is somebody who's incredibly famous, and paparazzi feel like they have to get a photo of this celebrity in order for them to make money. And it was the public that made this such a, you know, bloodthirsty type sport for the paparazzi, because the one who get the best photo or the best story about this person, you know, they'll get the most money. You know, they're working freelance, so they're just trying to do what they can to get the most money to shop their photos around to the most outlets so they can get paid. But, and this is where you come up with doctored photos, or, you know, misleading photos taken from a specific angle. You know, you can have two celebrities out for a meeting, but because of them sitting at a dinner table and one just so happens to lean in and whisper into the other's ear just to say something that they may not necessarily want to be overheard in the restaurant, now it's an intimate, you know, pose. And this, oh, is this a new relationship? And, you know, oh, well, this person was out seen with this other person. And
Look how she used his fork.
exactly. And it's like, this
He used her fork.
it's like,
You think that he just didn't see his and she didn't see hers, and he
right,
accidentally grabbed the wrong one?
exactly.
They're dating, Mr.
And
VIP.
you know, and a photo is just a moment
Still
frozen
image.
in time of an entire conversation that we don't get to see the entirety of. So you can have a man and a woman sitting at a table laughing about something, and just from that simple image, it may look like they're sharing an intimate conversation, but it could just so happen to be just laughter. They're just laughing at something. It doesn't mean that they're romantically interested in one another, but then it becomes a scandal, and people who support the man, support the woman, support the spouses or the significant others of whoever that person is, now it's a whole big issue.
Of
And
course.
it's ridiculous in the way that it has all gotten to that point. But you know, circling back to the creator, is just the people feed into the technology, if they feed into the spectacle to the point to where it gets out of hand. And so I'm sure we're going to get some type of backstory as to how the AI got to this point, to where it's, you know, bombing cities or bombing nations or whatever like that. So
Whoa,
I
whoa,
definitely,
whoa, 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 Spider. Who says that that's the AI that's bombing anything?
They said
That
it
could be the
in.
government.
They said it in the movie. They said it in the trailer.
I think that's the government trying to get their AI back or get the AI from whoever had it in the first place. They're coming for them. I don't think I don't think we're at I don't think this is going to happen in this movie. If you ask me, I think we're looking at a franchise.
I don't think
I
we
think we're
are.
going to be I think we're going to be looking at something that we're going to revisit this.
I don't think so.
Okay. If you guys think that this is going to be a one and done, let us know in the comments. If you think we're looking at the beginning of a franchise,
Because I don't see how this can turn into a franchise because it really looks like this is a one and done type thing. Whether or not this child gets destroyed.
you know what also looked like a one and done thing? Terminator 1. And do you know what came after T1? T2.
Mm-hmm.
Then a T3. Then
Should have stopped at
something
T2.
yeah, then something weird happened. And then we had a T4, which was not that bad. Didn't know we had T5. Maybe we should have stopped at 4. But the point is, there's going to be more than one, especially if this does the numbers that they think it's going to do. It's just a theory. It's just a prediction. It's just a thought
Yeah, possibly.
until it's true. Wait a minute. 20th Century Fox. Isn't this Disney?
See, there you go. 10 years ago today, the artificial intelligence created to protect us detonated a nuclear warhead in Los Angeles. So that's the AI dropping the bomb on people.
Yeah.
You still not convinced?
Oh, no. I can read the evidence clearly and see that the AI dropped the bomb. I'm just curious to know why it dropped it. And like you said,
Like it is, and it's
if
an
you
Ultron
scrub
type thing.
if you scrub the internet and you feel as though humans are the worst um, thing that could be for humans is ourselves, as in we will destroy ourselves easily. You will take us off the board, preserve the globe, continue to build things so you can branch off of the globe, and then leave and find other planets to destroy because they'll have the same things going on other planets because that's how societies work.
Who
People
knows?
think for themselves. And if you're telling them how to think, you're always going to have those free thinkers in that group, unless you mind control them. But then again, there's always a glitch in the matrix, so you got to deal with that anomaly.
There's a lot of speculation to be had about this trailer into going into this
Speculation
movie.
Nation, yeah.
But let us know what you think about the creator.
That's how you know it's a good trailer.
Yeah. It's always entertaining to be able to go into a movie and not know the outcome. And I know we've talked about this on, many episodes, is that you don't want to go into it and you already know what's going to happen because it takes enjoyment out of seeing the movie and experiencing it. If you can just call the shots and you know exactly what's going to happen in the next scene. So going into this with a lot of questions and not exactly knowing what's going to happen, then, we'll have to see September 29th when it comes out. But let us know what you thought about the creator. Let us know.
David Washington, Denzel's son, is back.
The fact that you kept saying that he wants to make a name on his own and you keep referring to him as Denzel's son is just
Can't get away from that. Your dad's who your dad is.
Just rude. But let us know what you thought about the video. Go ahead. Remember, if you like this, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you can be notified when we have new episodes that come out. If you want the audio version of the podcast, just search for All Things Super on any of your favorite podcast streaming platforms. And if you want to join in on the conversation, just tweet at us at ATSuperPod.
And let us know if y'all going to see this movie. And we gonna know.
It's only a couple months out. 2.5 months.
Yeah, y'all ain't got nothing else to do.
So check it out, September 29th, The Creator, starring John David Washington, and we'll see whether or not if we can answer the question of is it super. But thank you all for joining us. We'll be looking forward to seeing this movie when it comes out and seeing exactly what all the story entails. But until next time, keep being super.